Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we return to Rush, this time with a song that we have actually checked out before, but it was a different version than the one we're checking out today. We're going to look at the studio version of Cygnux X-1, Book 1, which is the final track on the Farewell to Kings album. This time it's going to feature a comic book that was drawn by an artist named David Hornsby, who also drew another one for Hemispheres, which is Cygnux X-1 Book 2. That was pretty cool. We enjoyed taking a look at that, and it helped us understand the song a little better. So we thought we'd go back and take a look at Cygnux X-1, this time with help from a comic book. And this was actually suggested to us by the person that is hosting the video. Vimana, it looks like, is the name of the channel. I'm going to leave the original link in the description. It'll have the song lyrics, of course, as well. So, Adrian, what did you think about the last time we did this with Hemispheres?
I thought it was a really cool idea to draw a comic book for this song.
Yeah, I agree. It helped keep you in the universe of the song as well.
Yeah.
It was good for that too. So,
yeah, more Rush songs should have comic books that go along with them instead of videos, perhaps, or something.
I wholeheartedly agree. I wonder if 2112 has something like that. Yeah, we have never done the album version of 2112, something to think about. So, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we'll talk about it after.
In the constellation of Cygnus, there lurks a mysterious invisible force. The black hole of Cygnus X-1. Six stars of the Northern Cross, in mourning for their sister's loss, in a final flash of glory, nevermore to grace the night.
star that would not die. Who dared to cross a cause, or swallowed by a fearsome force, through the void to be destroyed, or is there something more? At the minds, at the core, or through the astral door, to show
To me, it reads now like a dramatic piece, almost something you could put on as a play, in a way. Almost a musical or something. Yeah, it's funny. And it stops and starts that way in some spots. It's almost unmusical in some portions. We make jokes about how sometimes there's things you just cannot dance to with Rush. This is one of those songs, with the exception of some of the droning areas, like with the guitar going doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, or the early stuff. That bell that we heard early on, I was realizing that wasn't a bell. That was actually a synthesizer, sustained. And it was probably the same synthesizer that Geddy was using for other leads in the song, like a little Moog or something. So here we have Mini Moog. So that may very well have been a patch he put together on the Mini Moog. Now, I've never used a Mini Moog before, so I'm not that familiar with whether or not you can have multiple patches ready to go, and just switch between patches. That was something the early synthesizers could not do, but maybe the Mini Moog could. Do you know anything about that, Adrian?
No, I have no experience with Moog synthesizers.
Okay, so it really doesn't look like there's a way to have different patches on it. It looks to me like it's one patch and there you are, essentially you're making one sound and that's it. And that's how they used to be. And actually there's really nothing wrong with that. It's just if you're in a live setting and you want to have more than one, that can be problematic. Okay, so it's even possible that it was something on his bass pedals synth, which chances are there is a way, by the time you have bass pedals, that you can have more than one patch to go to, because that's how they used to put their shows on. I mean, you can't just have one patch for their bass pedals for an entire concert. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's just, shout out again to Dave Hornsby for his work of genius.
Yeah, he did a nice job with that. I was able to actually visualize much better what the song was about, and it makes more sense now. And I'll be honest, I could tell with this particular piece, I know people love it, so don't kill me, but there may have been a few spots in here that they learned later to tighten up and make more efficient in what they were trying to accomplish. Like here, it was a little more theatrical and almost deferred to taking a complete break from the music for just a second here or just a second there, and then, launching again. But I think they got better at that as time went on. So they were still kind of learning about storytelling. Like that second side of Caress of Steel, I really like that piece, but it's the same kind of thing. Like there's things that they could have done differently now that I'm sure they look at and go, oh yeah, probably should have tried this instead of that. I get a little bit of that in this song here and there. On the other hand, there are instrumental portions that go together so well and go on for minutes and minutes at a time that are so amazing and genius. I feel a little silly even mentioning, I'm basically talking about the pacing of the song. I just see where they may have had second thoughts about some of the decisions at the time.
Part one of an epic story about a black hole.
That's right. So if you haven't caught part two, I'll be putting it in the cards, which means the description. If you look below the description, you will see a link to it. Our reaction to Hemispheres, which is part two of this saga. So it'll pick up right again with the comics again. Really a great way to listen to it. All right. But in the meantime, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? And of course, if you have other suggestions for us, leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See you all later.